accused of a crime.
That I didn't steal anything, that the whole issue was a lie.
Confronted by police.
He got in my face trying to provoke me or see if I will react to that.
Declaring his innocence.
That's when they punched me again and threw me on the ground.
Police say one thing.
They make the police report sound like he lunged at them and they were taking action to defend themselves.
But he calls it excessive force. Good evening. Tonight, a Local 10 one and only investigation.
A shocking videotape first uncovered by Bob Norman and an exclusive interview with a man who says he was brutally beaten by police. So is it excessive force? You watch the tape and you decide.
They punched me again and threw me on the ground.
This is real and this happens. It's disturbing.
50-year-old David Gonzalez is talking about his recent encounter with two Broward Sheriff's deputies at a Deerfield Beach Texaco gas station after the store's owner called police to remove Gonzalez from the property, claiming he was trying to take beer. As Gonzalez, who admits drinking at the time, and the deputies interact, the bald officer, identified as Justin Lambert, goes nose to nose with Gonzalez, who says he's insisting that he didn't try to steal anything.
So I was just making an argument to him, but I never raised my hands. I never showed that I was a threat to him.
When Gonzalez takes a step forward and leans in, Lambert strikes, knocking Gonzalez back against the wall. And as Gonzalez again speaks to deputies, Lambert strikes again. Then he and fellow deputy Mike Manreza slam Gonzalez face first to the pavement, literally breaking his face and knocking him out cold. Here's the mugshot taken after Gonzalez was treated at the hospital. Watching the video, which was captured on the gas station surveillance camera, still makes Gonzalez, whose orbital socket was fractured, emotional.
I've never been treated like that in my whole life. That's not a way to treat a human being.
When Gonzalez came to after several minutes, he says he looked up at the deputies and said, "What happened?"
He said that I have failed.
He said you fell down?
Yeah, he said I fell down.
After a few minutes, the deputies contacted EMS and Gonzalez was carted away. He was later charged with resisting arrest and spent 2 nights in jail. His attorneys, Eric Rudenberg and Mike Glasser.
They pin Mr. Gonzalez with committing a crime that he in fact didn't commit.
What he got for it was a broken face.
Both deputies claimed in reports that Gonzalez initially raised his hand at Lambert, something the video doesn't show. Both also wrote that Gonzalez pulled his hands away from their grasp as they tried to apprehend him. Again, something not in the video.
I was just giving my hands. If we're going to arrest me, go ahead and arrest me.
Manreza even wrote that after they put on the handcuffs, Gonzalez continued to act belligerently and caused a, quote, scene, which is contradicted by the video. And both wrote that they, quote, escorted him to the ground.
He's thrown onto his face. He's not escorted anywhere.
Just 2 months before this attack, the Broward Sheriff's Office paid a $350,000 settlement in another excessive force case involving the same Deputy Lambert.
This is not this deputy's first rodeo.
Gonzalez, who has a smattering of arrests on his own past record, including resisting arrest, says he lost his job as a result and can't afford the $30,000 surgery he requires on his face.
Why do you want other people to see this?
I wanted to see what happened. I want them to make their own judgment, and this won't happen again to nobody. They don't deserve to wear a badge.
Now, that previous excessive force case was similar to this recent incident, but the plaintiff's attorney told me that an internal affairs investigation was never conducted because his client never filed a complaint and Deputy Lambert wasn't disciplined. BSO has confirmed that it has begun an IA investigation in the recent case, and Rodriguez's attorneys say they plan to file federal suit in the coming days. Bob Norman, Local 10 News.
And as you saw in Bob's report, neither the sheriff nor anyone else from BSO would go on camera to talk with Bob, telling us through an email that they are declining all of Bob's interview requests because they don't feel his stories are balanced, a claim Local 10 obviously disagrees with. More to come on this one.